It's a quick walk around of my two bikes. It's my 2005 VFR800. Had this for about 6 or 7 years. Spent a fortune on it throughout time. Not mechanically wise, just on looks. It was originally red, then I changed it to white. Now I've changed it to black, and it's staying black. It's the nicest colour I think yet. Um, Done loads of this bike. Front tinted indicators. I got rid of the old amber ones. And the clear tail light, which is sort of the newer models. This is a 2005 bike, so it comes with the amber tail lights and front indicators, which I'm not a fan of. So I put them on. What else did I do? The rear hugger and chain guard, both carbon fibre. The bike's dirty at the minute. It's covered in dust, so ignore it. But it's an immaculate bike. I have bar raisers on as well, and the Givy sport bag on the tank. I think it actually adds nice looks to the bike too. Painted the frame black, as you can see. It's originally silver. Painted the engine up and made it just a good clean bike. Powder coated the wheels, gold chain. Put the Delvic cans on. I had the originals for years, the original cans, but I think always liked the original sort of cans and how they fill the tail, but I prefer the Delvics now. Yeah, that's my VFR anyway. And well, here's another thing with the VFR as well. So spare engine. Seen this cheap a while back. Has 21,000 miles, so couldn't pass it up. Thought it was worth buying. As I'll never sell a VFR, so it's worth having. But here is my full-on sport bike. It's 2001 929RR. Really immaculate bike as well. Again, this isn't the original colours. I'm not a fan of, well, you can buy a bike and leave it as it is. There's plenty of class looking bikes out there, original colours, but I like personalising bikes and making things my own. So I bought this off a friend who's had it from basically new. There's 17,000 miles in this bike. Have the original fairings in the house, but again, wanted to make it my own. So changed all the fairings. Just changed the exhaust yesterday as well. What else to do? Painted the frame black again. I bought this, it had an electrical issue at the start. So basically there was an alarm sort of wired into it. An alarm went faulty, it was stopping it from starting, so the bike actually wasn't running in about 3 odd years. And about 2 days I had it running. Needed a new fuel pump too, because old fuel in it wrecked the previous fuel pump. Just put these S22s on there recently. I was only out like twice, so ignore my chicken strips. As they say, I was only out twice. You can still see the lines in the tyre. I put the Dominator can on there just yesterday. But as you can see, it is also an immaculate bike too. Goes well. I need to get the steering damper for it. Last time I was out, I sort of pushed it a wee bit, and even with it has new head bearings I just got on it there. Even with that, it's a wee bit shaky in the front end but that's when you're full going at it. That's my Fireblade. And this is my new shed I got there recently enough, about 2 months ago. Quite a big shed. I done not an electrician. I was on my previous job. I was actually a mechanic. So I did wire in the lights. So if any electricians are watching, maybe close your eyes. But here's one of the sockets I installed. It's an outdoor socket. To my understanding, there's better protection in them. And you know yourself with sheds, you never know if you ever get water in the future or whatever. Them sockets are more sealed. So I installed that one. These lights are off Amazon. They're brilliant, really good lights, especially for the price. And then I installed another socket. There's excess wire in this one, because it just give it a bit of access in case I wanted to maneuver it around or anything. But yeah, if you're an electrician, maybe close your eyes. I don't know if I think it's good enough anyway. But it's quite a big shed. It's a 16 by 10 shed. The camera doesn't really show the extent of the size of it. Like the FIREBLADE here is sitting halfway up, and there's still loads of room. The VFR is sitting down in the corner. So as you can see, I have more room for motorbikes, which I'll probably get another one, hopefully come winter. And it's again project. Both of these two bikes, like they were both, apart from the FIREBLADE wasn't running, that was a full project to start with. The VFR was running, but it was fairings were feeling a bit sorry for themselves and stuff. So yeah, put a lot of hours, a lot of work, and a lot of effort into both bikes to make them what they are now. And when I bring them out, you know that people stops and talks about them quite often. So that's my sort of reward when somebody comes up and asks me about it. You know, it was built, not bought. In other words, the VFR, I only told you not even half of the stuff I done to that, but that bike's been stripped down more times than enough. Yeah. So for the shed next, I want to get some flooring done. Don't know what to use yet. I had these in my previous shed, which I'm not a fan of. So I was thinking for heat wise, like some hardware and carpet or something maybe. I will be doing oil changes and stuff in here, so that's leaving me a bit iffy about carpet wise. But then you could always put down a mat. Want to installate around it, and then probably put like a thin 5mm plywood over the top of it then, just to cover it. And then I might paint inside then. I opted for no windows, just for security purposes. But I might, I opted for no windows. I have cameras all out the back. They're alarmed, they're motioned and stuff like that, so they're very loud if there's any motion during the night. But quite a big shed. Let me know your thoughts on flooring, what kind of floors you go with, and what's the cheapest sort of method of installation as well. As you can see, I have enough oil to last me a lifetime. Spare tank for the VFR as well, spare engine. So let me know your thoughts on floor or any other sort of things I can do to the shed. Thank you.